that's the San Jacinto Mountains. We've been following them for days now. We're getting closer and closer.
Yeah, and it's we're gonna have to get up and around that. We'll see what the conditions are when we get there.
All right, see you later. Morning. It's Sunday, April 23rd, and we're doing a big climb today, heading towards Spitler Peak and San Jacinto. So we're currently at 5,240 feet. And I think we might be going up above 7 today.
So we're here. So we're at 6,320 feet, mile 159. And the next water is there, Cedar Spring, 3.2 ahead. So we can get there, but then it's kind of an early day. It's a mile off trail. So we'd have to carry water back up over, because our next certain water is 4 or 5 miles from this one.
We can do a 4-mile water carry.
With 4 liters?
Yeah.
At this altitude?
Yeah.
Okay, because you're going to have to go down.
I can do it.
Straight up.
Straight up?
Look, that's the up pins. We can either camp here.
Yeah,
Cedar
but
Spring,
then
3.2.
Yeah, but that would mean we're like camping at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Or then you're near water, and you can get up the next morning, water up, and go and get through there. Or because there's only like 2 tent sites up there at Spitler. So in the morning we would have about 3 miles up to get to the
Why is it showing that red sign?
means that's there's hazard. Spitler Peak Trail can be difficult. Just, early season hikers, unsafe. It can be unsafe.
Okay. We want to take the bypass. Then where do we go? That's enough for us. How do we take the bypass?
Well, we do. See this blue trail here? We take that down.
Okay.
And then it hits a road and Hurley Creek Park, and then we hike from there to Idyllwild.
And would that be something we could do tomorrow, or would it take another day?
It's hard to say.
Okay.
Time it is, our water level, our energy, all that.
Yeah, the elevation's definitely affecting me. I'm feeling like this vague sense of nausea ever since we started climbing up above 5. Or maybe it was 6. But... Okay. There it is. San Jacinto. And
we are at...
What are we at, Jim?
6649.
6649. And we're going up how high today?
7,000.
Yeah. So it's making me feel nauseous. It's making you feel weak? Or how? What'd you say? How's it making you feel?
It makes me feel winded.
Wind?
Yeah.
And
weak.
There's your ice axe. Okay.
So, yep.
Winded.
Hard to get miles.
So we're getting so much closer. It's going to be pretty much all up. So we're on a little level ground at the moment so I can talk. Otherwise I get so out of breath, there's no way that I can talk while I'm filming. And Jim saw a snake. He said it wasn't a rattler, and I couldn't get the camera going fast enough. So there's a view of the desert. There's where we came from. And there's where we're going. There it is, straight ahead. There it is. That's one of our big challenges coming up. So it's about 2:18 and we reached a point where we were going to have to hike a mile off trail to get water to this location called Cedar Springs, which we are at currently. And we were talked into the idea by two young guys that we've been, well, one we met today and the other one we've been kind of running into on and off, that we should come down here with our packs and call it an early day because this is such a sweet spot for camping, and give ourselves some recovery before we start another really big climb tomorrow that will put us at this Spitler junction where we decide whether we're going to go to San Jacinto Trail or take the alternate. So that's what we're doing. We're going to camp here at Cedar Spring with all these fabulous trees. I love them. There's a nice breeze. There's even a little fire pit if you so desired, but I know we won't be doing that. But there's places to sit. Isn't that awesome? There's logs. And then the stream is over here. This is so cool in here. Are we too close to the logs or no? I kind of like it over here. Right here. Good morning, it's Monday, April 24th, and boy do we have a fun view here for our little morning second breakfast break. It's a pretty awesome view. Yeah. So Jim, what elevation are we at right now? You're feeling it?
Oh yeah.
You feel weak?
I feel winded again.
Winded, yeah, me too.
It gets steep here. I can see how people get hurt or killed if it's snowy and icy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting near the top of Spitler. In the past, I don't know, quarter mile, the trail's kind of disintegrated and it's very steep. There are areas of snow that are kind of treacherous. You don't know if it'll hold you or not. It's melting and slushy, and if you can, I don't think the pictures really do it justice. This is much more steep than it may appear in the video. I can see where people get hurt or even die when it's snowier and icier and they lose their traction and go downhill. So we're almost to Spitler in an alternate trail. More later. Hi everyone, we just got over Spitler Peak, and that was a little sketchy, and we didn't have much snow to deal with. It wasn't even something we needed spikes or ice axe for, but it was still really kind of hairy because the trail is steep.
Some of it's washed out.
Some of it's a little washed out, and there is some snow that you have to walk on, and it's loose. It's hard to know if it's going to hold you or not. Plus, we're following other people's tracks, and it got us off trail a little bit, so we had to kind of basically crawl up the mountain 100 feet or so to get back on the trail.
It was not a pretty sight.
So we did find it, and we're now at an intersection with an alternate route. So right now it's April 23rd, 24th.
24th, Monday.
24th.
Yeah.
So some folk are ahead of us, and we had some information from what they're doing, and it took them 4 days to get through this section.
Less than a mile an hour.
Less than a mile an hour. They needed, micro spikes, ice axe, and they got through. But there's also a lot of blowdowns, which slow you down and are treacherous. We had some of that this morning as well. So Shelley and I have decided, because we don't have
the food or the water.
Food or water or fuel for that, and also no appetite to do this mountaineering type experience, and the snow changes very quickly. It's hard to describe because there's different kinds of snow, and then depending on what time of day it is, it can either be concrete or it can be slushy and fall apart underneath your foot, and you go down the mountain.
So we still will continue the continuous footpath because we're going to take the alternate, which is the PCT acceptable route.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do, and we'll get back to you later.
Okay. So there's Spitler. We came up over that. You can see how steep it is. It was kind of a slog, but you can see here how steep the edge is. So we had to come across that left-hand side of the ridge of the peak, and you can see just how steep it is. Even without the snow, you lose your footing. You're gonna slide down the mountain, and I can see exactly how people get seriously hurt or killed. I'll give you kind of the panoramic view here. We came from that distant ridge over there. It took us a while to get up Spitler. It was kind of straight up. A lot of blowdowns to deal with. And there's that beautiful desert. You can see some of the green coming out.
Palm Springs?
And then Palm Springs is down there. Palm Springs, and there's an Indian reservation as well. And then over here, behind this tree, you move a little bit. That's Apache Peak. And that was snow covered just a few days ago. Our timing has been very good because only a few days ago there was snow covering the trail through this section, and now it's gone, or mostly gone. So our timing has been fantastic on that. But still, up ahead, there's a lot of snow on the trail that requires skill and supplies and time. So
Hello. We made it down the Spitler trail and into the Herky Creek campground, thanks to a really nice man that we met on the trail who gave us a lift when we got to the bottom of this Spitler trail. It would have been a 2-mile road walk and it would have been horrible. And he picked us up, gave us a ride with his van and his poodle, and then dropped us at our campsite and also gave us a cold beer. So, people are good. Right, Jim?
Yes, they are good.
They are really
Well,
good.
80 to 90% of them are good.
Yeah.
Most of the trouble in the world is caused by 10%.
And right now we're running into all the good people.
Yes, we are.
So, we're here at the Herky Creek campground, and then we're going to hike out of here tomorrow and hike to Idyllwild, where we hope to spend a day or two completely resting and not hiking because we need to recover because we've been pushing hard, and recovery is important. So we're probably going to do that. I'll give you a view in a few minutes of the campground. The views here, the mountain views are unbelievable. Good morning. It is, Tuesday, April 25th. We're here at the Herky campground. I think it went into the 40s last night. Pretty chilly morning. Slept great. We were both exhausted from yesterday. And so we're getting a slow start this morning. It feels really great to just kind of start slowly and casually and not have to rush to get going. And we're gonna make our way into Idyllwild today, and I'll take you along with us. There. And now, once we got down, there's pine forest. It's so cool how the landscape shifts so rapidly. It's amazing. You can see the mountains in the distance here. Which mountains we're looking at this point. Yeah, pretty sweet. Not a lot to it. There's no general store or anything. There's a store maybe 0.9 down the road. We were going to try to get to it before it closed last night to see if we could get some like real food, but we didn't have enough time, so we'll do that today when we're in Idyllwild. I'm having a really hard time adjusting to the trail food. I have never really loved trail food, but boy, my appetite's been really off since we started. I find it very unappetizing, and it's not like I'm not hungry. I am hungry, but then when we finally get a chance to eat town food, I'm starving, but my eyes are bigger than my stomach, and I usually can't make it more than halfway through whatever it is I ordered. I think that will change. All part of the adjustment. We're not even out here a month yet, so gotta give ourselves time. So we're back on what we think is the acceptable PCT alternate trail. It's a little vague. We're pretty certain we're okay right now, and that we're on the right path, but this is not something we're going to pick up on our Far Out app, so we'll use our instincts.